didn't simply wander into the Arctic and the next day woke up and had a fur coat. That's not how it happens. It happens through a long process of evolution that we'll talk about in future classes. And so I have an example here of these guys that have these awesome tans. And so my question to you is this an adaptation? Because I could argue that having these tans possibly makes them more attractive to females and they're more likely to leave more offspring and survive. Can anyone tell me why this is or is not an adaptation? Eric?
Well, those look like spray tans, so I would have to say that it could not be an adaptation.
Even if it was a real tan, if you go to the beach and you get a really nice tan and then you have a baby, is your baby going to have that really nice tan?
I think not.
Good.
Unless you're tan or gems.
These changes happen in a single lifetime. When you get a tan, it happens in a single lifetime. It's not a permanent change to your genetic code. Does everyone understand that? Yes. Okay. Also, animals do not choose their adaptations, and environments cannot cause adaptations. I put this picture up here of a naked mole rat because honestly, we would choose to look like this. Animals, again, the polar bear, you can't wander into a cold environment, or the ancestors of the polar bear, you can't wander into a cold environment and say, hey, it'd be really nice if I had a fur coat right now. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have a fur coat. It doesn't happen that way. And environments can't cause the adaptations to occur. Did anyone in here have a really mean older brother or sister who told them that if they held their breath underwater long enough, they would turn into a fish? Because I did. It did not happen. So if you spend a lot of time in the water, you're not going to grow gills. The environment does not have some sort of effect on your genes to change them and cause those changes. Does everyone understand that? And also, just because an adaptation would be beneficial does not mean that it'll ever come to be. I'm sure flying just like Superman could increase our survival because probably less car crashes and less deaths because of that. But that doesn't mean that just because it would be beneficial, that's ever going to happen to us. Because remember, it needs to be random. We can't cause those mutations to occur and those traits to come about. And it takes a long, long time for that to develop. So, knowing all of this, our first activity when we were choosing what to wear and those changes occurred really quickly, would you guys consider those true adaptations? Okay, good. So now, we're going to do the activity again, but this time, I'm going to say, Eric, you've undergone a rare mutation, and you are stuck with your arm like this. This happened over a process of evolution a long, long time. And you've acquired that trait. So we're going to go back through those same environments, and I want you guys to discuss again how that trait could be useful in each environment. And if there's absolutely no way you can find it to be useful, I want you to tell me what you think will happen to Eric. So back to this environment. Talk amongst yourselves for about 30 seconds about how you think that could serve as an adaptation.
You walk on your hands and you like a snowshoes. You got snowshoes. You use it to dig in the snow.
Okay, now
Scoop snow in my mouth on the seat.
Yeah.
Does it have any reproductive value, you guys think? No.
Defend yourself from predators.
Okay, do you guys have an answer? So how could that serve as an adaptation?
The increase in surface area could help them to walk more easily on the snow. Snowshoe.
Good.
He's on all fours.
How would that help him to survive?
He could move, be more mobile, so if he has to get into a cave with an avalanche or a predator, or just getting the weather's just getting real nasty, so he can get to shelter faster.
Good, good. Next, environment. Talk amongst yourselves to decide if that could be beneficial in any way.
Hard to find those rocks up there.
Maybe you could.
Are we comparing this mitten to a human hand?
What do you mean?
Like, to what you have as a human hand, or say a typical animal out there, for comparison's sake?
Just, he has that trait now.
Uh-huh.
I guess in comparison to a human hand, how would that be more beneficial?
You could dig in the sand.
Yeah.
I could do that with my hands.
Yeah.
True.
Not easier. Unless it's a sharp or a shovel.
Do you guys have an answer?
I don't really think it's of much value.
No. So what do you guys think will happen to him? If he's acquired this trait, but it's not useful to him in any way,
He'll be at a disadvantage to survive compared to other animals whose energy goes into maybe conserving the water rather than having a stylish mitten for hands.
could as a result could possibly go extinct, do you think?
Maybe.
Essentially,